everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Kim.
Hello. I made it.
Okay. You did it. I had a feeling, but it's good to see you.
You too.
And great to see everyone. And I can tell you the talk of the town. Did you hear about the $83 million that Trump is? You didn't hear the news?
Oh, no, I did.
Wait, are we the first to tell her, you guys?
No, I did hear that. And he does not have that. I don't know. People, he's so like, I've got $250 million. Like, really? You can't pay your lawyers. So no, you don't.
Yeah.
And I always feel like his money's not his, or somebody he owns, people, he has loans, but he doesn't have money. I always get those feelings when I read on his financial situation. It always seems like it's very, very not his money's not his.
Mm-hmm.
His stuff isn't his. It's like somebody else owns it.
Is this better, you guys? Is this too close?
Too close. Oh,
is this okay, or should I go back to the other way? Which
I don't care.
We don't
I
care.
don't care.
Beautiful tonight.
I love your hat.
My hat. I woke up this morning and it was snowing, so because the side of the wall from my bed is all window, and I can just see it just falling. So.
Oh, pretty. Yeah.
One of those days. So I'm like, it's a hat day.
It's a hat day.
So anyways, yeah, so this is, and I feel like, who was it? Someone in the chat. Oh gosh, I forgot the name. How can I forget his name? Anyways, he was talking about that he has to post that he'll have to post a bond, until it's all done with. So he has to come. Mm-hmm.
It's just so, I don't know. It just, he's put the country through so much, I mean, there probably isn't any price or anything that could happen at this late stage in his life that would be worth all of the hurt and the stress and the death and because you just think about COVID alone, how many people died and were sick because for entertainment purposes only, because he was so negligent.
Right.
Because he wouldn't wear a mask, because he wouldn't be honest.
Yeah.
So anything that happens may not ever feel like it's enough in a way.
Right.
But every little thing does help. It just makes you feel like, well, first of all, that the stuff we've seen for years now is here. It's happening. It's now. It's going on. But also that there's justice. There's karma. There's these things that are that actually do exist and actually are happening and are finally coming home to home to roost.
Exactly. And isn't it interesting how good justice feels?
Yes.
It's kind of shocking, to be honest.
It is, especially in this particular case. And because I was thinking too about today how everybody kept seeing this woman that takes down Trump, and I became convinced about a year and a half ago, maybe it was right. Yeah, maybe about a year and a half ago, that it's women. It's not one woman. And because we've got Jean Carroll and we've got Nancy Pelosi, who kind of started the ball rolling by impeaching him. We've got, Fani Willis, and we've got Liz Cheney, and we've got, now we've got Nikki Haley, as nauseating as she can be. She's definitely showing the Republicans what they're going to have to work with and how they have a choice. But it's going to be women that take down this guy. And it should be, because he has probably hurt women more besides, he's definitely hurt minorities for absolutely sure, and he's definitely hurt immigrants for absolutely sure, but he has hurt women is a big group that he has really, really hurt and taken us back to the dark ages when it comes to Roe. Yeah. And so that would be full circle justice to have that happen. But yes, it does feel good, and I think it's partly because it's her, this poor woman that was hurt, assaulted, and then ridiculed. And can you imagine if the just the hubris and the cruelty of this, to do this to someone and then to have other people threaten them and threaten to kill her. Just have, she lost her career. She has to get security all the time. It's just, it's so nice. It's so nice that this is happening for her. I'm so happy.
I knew that it was going to be big, but I didn't know it was going to be this big. And yeah, I think you're right. He does.
Well, I was manifesting 50 million. I think I put that on my on Thursday Night Live. I was like, I'm going to focus on 50 million. And then a few days ago, Adam's like, well, I'm going to focus on 100 million. So maybe we'll get somewhere in between.
Thank you, Adam and Kim.
Yes, we did. You're welcome.
And hi, Kevin, the healing medium. Love you.
Hello.
Okay. So yes, and Jack says, thank you, 80-year-old E. Jean Carroll, for seeing this through. Amen. And that's what I said from the very beginning years ago when this all started, that the actual win would be for women. Yeah. Because, she can't, she was assaulted. You can't ever, what's the win for her? You know what I mean? The win actually is for women in general. And she did it, and she held in there, and yeah, it's a big win for women.
Yeah.
And you're right. If you think back to all the things, but the one thing when they recorded him saying, and you can grab women by the blah, 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 that is so demeaning and insulting to women.
Yeah.
And to just say that so blatantly and so off, like in that manner, this isn't even enough.
And it's encouraging assaulting women. It's encouraging sexual assault.
It's encouraging people to, yeah.
Outrageous.
Like, we have this right. Who has this? What are you talking? Yeah. Horrible. Anyway, so thank you for all the questions coming in. This is Newsflash FriYay. And I didn't say that yet because this was such great news and everybody was talking about it right away. So, but Newsflash FriYay, and this is a FriYay. And so we do current topics questions. So if you have any of those, go ahead and pop those in. And it does help with capitals and emojis because then I see them.
I'm going to, and I just wanted to we kind of were chatting last night, Debbie and I, a little bit about these crazy, like really heavy energies that have been kind of plaguing us for a few months, really, but definitely the last few weeks. And I definitely saw that in our club chat. When I did many readings, a lot of people saying, "Oh, this past few weeks, this past couple weeks," and so I'm going to burn some sage right now. Just reminding people, to really move into a lot of self-care and take care of each other. If you know people that are struggling or having a hard time, reach out to them. But if you are feeling this stuff, you're not alone. You're not alone at all. I've felt it. I know Debbie said, you said that you have in different ways. And when we move into these heavy, dark energies of people like Trump and people like Putin and all these ickies, they really can, when you take that along with the energies that are just around right now and happening right now, it can be a lot. So just
And
be
Kevin,
sure to care. Yeah.
says yes. Yeah. And super important to have this time. We're here together, family. Let's just gather up and hug each other and yeah, and know that you're not alone if you're feeling this heaviness.
Yeah.
It's a
Hug
thing.
your pets, hug your kitties and doggies, and
Thank you, Shelley. She likes my beret. Is that what
I know, it's so cute.
This is what that
It makes me want to travel. It makes me want to go to Paris. It makes me want to paint. It makes me want to.
So,
things.
did you want to link your channel, or is it too late?
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
No worries. I just wanted to remind you, just in case, since we just kind of jumped in.
Yeah.
And oh, that was weird. Okay.
Yep.
I almost. All right, you guys, we got this. We got this. Yes, still celebration. Catherine says yes. Woohoo! And the rich household is dancing for her and for women. And yep. And Sweetie Darling says, "Hey everyone, finally some good news on a Friday."
Mm-hmm. And it's going to keep coming, pretty soon. The end of the month, we're going to get that other judgment. And I don't think that's going to be any better.
I don't
And it'll probably be much worse. And, and it's all down. I mean, we've all seen it, right? It's all downhill from here. It's not like it's going to get any better. It's not like he's going to, he's going to rise again like the Phoenix. No, he's not. He's going to be, as my guide said, a campfire taking on a tidal wave. He's not going to win. And it's just going to get so much worse. Yeah.
Oh, yay. Yeah. Sheila's burning the sage. Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you, Sheila. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think I got all the questions. Since we're on the subject, $83 million. How is 45 feeling? How is he feeling? Did he double his Adderall? But how did this hit him? Okay.
Interesting. I feel like he's blaming his lawyers. I feel like he's lashing out. He's blaming them.
Mm-hmm. But you have to say, I think he was shocked.
I do too. I really do. I think so too, Debbie. I think he was absolutely shocked.
And that's a good question. Okay.
And that makes sense because I think he felt that the only reason that they found me liable was because I wasn't there. So now I'm going to be there. And I think because he felt like his presence would make a difference, and it didn't. So now he's going to blame. So he's blaming his lawyers. Poor lawyers are getting. But I feel like he really gave them. Yeah, I feel like they got the brunt of it. And you might even see some shifts in his legal team. I think couple of people may be leaving soon, or maybe out of there. What do you get?
I mean, first of all, the blame, the anger, the ketchup on the wall, whatever is going on with that. But the first initial thing was he was shocked. And here's the deal: there's a feeling of being exposed here. And I'm wondering if it's because he doesn't have that kind of money, first of all. But so someone just said that he's on Truth Social, probably flapping and just saying, but wouldn't he be scared to say anything because he might be taken to court again?
If he were smart, he would be, but I think he just has always lived like he could do whatever he wanted. wanted, you know?
Oh gosh. Connie says it's 88.3 million because the 5 million from the initial trial. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
It's interesting that the 8, right? Because she's 80 years old and the 83, I don't know. I wonder if there's and that was 88. I'm wondering if if anybody knows numerology out there. What is 8? Is 8 completion?
and we're in an 8-year. This is an 8-year, and it's actually where it's abundance.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing business and stuff like that, if you have your own business, well, 8s are great because it's abundance. Hi, Kevin, living vibration.
Yeah, okay, financial year.
Janie says, yeah. So so that makes sense. So she's 80 plus she gets 8. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Biden's 82, so maybe that's 80 also. So maybe that's a good number to be this year.
Mm-hmm. So, but what else is he feeling? Yeah, feeling very exposed and vulnerable, actually. I feel there's a lot of underlining things that are, even though he may present this way or maybe saying this, what I'm being shown here is someone who feels very vulnerable and exposed. I wonder if this is like the first time it's been enough to hit a punch. You know what I mean?
I'm getting a Nikki Haley, so I'm wondering if he's going to like start really going after her because now he wants all the money.
He wants the money.
Yeah.
He's
feeling like that. So I feel like maybe he may start really, she just came into view all of a sudden. So either, she may use it against him, but it kind of feels like it's leveled against her. So maybe because he can't go after Agent Carol, she's going to go after
project all his anger towards her.
But I also feel like he wants the money. I think you're right. He wants the money.
And
he wants her to get out.
He'll be grifting to try to get money. You know. Yeah, that's what I'm getting on him. Yeah. Finally feeling a little vulnerable. Mm-hmm. Deceits, lies, trickery, cheating. There he is. With all looking at him. Yeah. Interesting.
Well, we know he only ever had so many tricks up his sleeve, right? He can lie. He has, blustering, doubling down, delaying. He only has a few things in his arsenal, and he used them over and over and over again, and they're not working anymore. They're just not working anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not. It's not working, and I think that's where he's being left vulnerable.
Yeah.
And here's his state, and there he is. That's anxiety. That's stressed out. That's like, and he didn't get away with it.
No.
Overwhelmed.
Today's date, 1, 2 + 6. Oh, how funny. It's an 8 as well. That's interesting, right?
8-year on an 8-day. Yay. Okay. So there we have it with that. All right. Oh, Roxanne, you can only you can only see, no one can see you on Kim's chat. We can see you, but others can't see you because we're streaming on both channels.
Yeah.
That's kind of how that works. Sorry about that. They haven't figured that out.
Mm-mm.
I'm sure they will, though, at some point. All right, Nancy D. On feeling a crackdown on Congress people involved in the J6 coming soon. What do y'all think about that?
I think so too. I felt that for a while. I think, yeah, I really felt like it would have happened by now, but maybe it's just going to take longer.
Yeah, I think we read on this before, and we felt like it was, but there was some sort of stall on Jack Smith. There was some kind of holdup, but it's all prepared, ready to go. Remember, was that you?
Yeah, that was
like it was all ready
right.
to go.
That sounds familiar.
Pause for some reason. But let's take a look at it now. What's going on now?
I keep reading Merrick Garland as well, so I don't know if he's part of this or maybe he'll be bringing some charges, and then Jack Smith will be bringing other, because they may be separate things or something.
Mm-hmm. It's coming though. But you can see that what we're looking at here with the 10 of Wands and the two of Pentacles here, they're juggling this. This is there's a lot, and how to proceed, when to proceed, who to start with, how to make this happen. You know, there's a lot, and so they are juggling this, but they will be. There will be forward movement at the end. It's gonna, but they, you know, I can see Jack, both of them. They want a solid ground before moving forward, but it is coming. I do have the King of Pentacles and the Sun coming in as an outcome, so that's. I like having the King of Pentacles in that place because you have a very grounded. He wants success. And so, and he's not going to move forward until everything is in line there with that. And so, but with the Sun, that's good. So it is coming still. There's some juggling. They're getting things in place. With that 10 of Wands, there's a lot, and they want it all aligned and in perfect order to move forward.
I keep getting Ron Johnson, so I don't know if there might be something coming for him soon. And I also feel like there's a state, like a state, some kind of state indictment coming. So I don't know if like he and the state and like they're the, you know, or if there's some like state things coming. And then Ron Johnson is maybe to do with Jack Smith or something, but I feel like I feel him really strongly for some reason. And I don't usually get a lot of stuff about him, but I mean, like there's something with him.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they have all this state stuff too, right? They have like all these like fake electors and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, Lord knows it's probably going to go on for some time, I'm sure.
I wonder when we're going to see any of the first movement on that. I think the next movement we're going to see is it out of Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I'm getting here.
Yeah. Something's happening this summer. I got before that Trump. I felt like Trump is going to be convicted in the summer of something, of one thing. But I feel like the summer is it reminds me a little bit of the summer of 2020 when it was just like, it felt like just everything was blowing up. It kind of has that same kind of feel, but I feel like it might be in this, like the courts and the Congress people and I feel like it might be more around that, but it feels like this summer is going to be quite won't say explosive, but I feel like it's just going to be kind of a lot happening. But it doesn't feel bad though. It feels kind of like today. It feels kind of like a lot of stuff that's like it finally. So
and I'm gonna
summer.
I'm gonna go right along with you on that. I have this
Yeah.
Emperor and Justice, so we do have that coming in.
Yeah.
And just remain positive. They're working through a lot. So I have the Four of Cups in reverse, which means stay positive. We're working through it. That 10 of Wands again, and but the 9 of Pentacles is there, and they're setting it up for victory and justice. Okay, on all levels here. But yeah, I do see that as well. And the summer feels right. Maybe even Mayish. We may see some stuff in May as well. So, all right. Thank you for that question. And let's see. Steve, greetings from the future. He says it's hot there. So he's going to share some. Thank you, Steve. All right, sweetie darling. She says, Trump organization gave error-riddled and inconsistent disclosures, court-appointed monitor. Will this cost him more trouble? The organization. Riddled with inconsistent.
Oh gosh. Okay. Let's get more trouble. Inconsistent.
All right. Oh, thank you, Prairie. She had given me a question earlier, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good one. I need to do that one with Kim. Totally forgot. I knew I would. That's why I'm like, Prairie, remind me. Oh, and you sent me a question too. Okay. There's a lot of there's just a lot of inconsistencies. I'm getting the word inconsistencies. It's like oh wow. Holy cow. Yeah, it's going to cost some trouble.
Yeah. I'm getting like it was part of a battle plan. There was a plan behind it, but it's going to blow up in their face. Like it kind of feels like what he did, where he lowered his worth for, taxes, but upped his worth to get loans. It feels like that kind of thing. Like there was a reason. There are inconsistencies to try to obscure the facts, but it's going to blow up in his face. It's going to be a mistake. Once again, I feel like his lawyers are going to be, it's like, oh, they did it. Or, right. It's never his fault. It's always going to be somebody else. And I keep getting clerk for some reason. So maybe the clerk is going to find it or bring it up, or he'll try to blame the clerk or something about the clerk. But it was some kind of strategy, but it was dumb and it's not going to work, and it's going to blow up in some way that's very
it actually
bad for him.
yeah, very bad. Loss, failure, and regret, and lack of stability. I mean, I have every bad card you can get with this situation, and the outcome is abandonment and burnout.
Oh God.
Yeah, all upset, all reverse cards tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good. But I feel also this energy is overall for all of this, for 45 in general. But sweetie darling, I hope that answers your question on this one.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Be Free says, I'm sure his license plate reads, wasn't me. Oh boy. Okay. Next, where are we? Okay, I wanted to. Nancy, Nancy talking about an earthquake in Southern California. Is that something I actually heard today? If so, will there be follow-up quakes? So the earthquake actually was yesterday, and it was a 4.5. And I feel like it was, well, my friend that lives in LA felt it. So, and he said it was a pretty big jolt, 4.5. I'm not sure where it was like.
Getting some with Andreas. Is the Andreas fault there?
The fault.
Is that in Southern California? I'm in California. I don't even know.
It is. It does run through. The fault does run through California.
Okay. I'm getting something about that, but to me, it feels like next year. It doesn't feel like it's. I feel like it's this year. It feels like 2025. And something with the ocean. There's an ocean, like just something with the ocean.
Yeah, I think this year you're going to feel not the big one, but we are going to. I think Southern California will get more, so be prepared for that. But I think, yeah, I don't feel like it's like, like the big. Where are my comments and questions? Melody, I have one of your questions highlighted, I think.
So I'm getting that Andreas. I think it's 2025 though, and ocean. And I keep seeing like beach houses, like places on the ocean. So, I don't want to like put fear into.
I know these are hard questions because it's like, okay, well,
I don't always love reading on natural disasters, especially now. It's like there's so many things going on, but
yeah.
But I would just say, if we're in earthquake country. If you are, listen to the people that we got an earthquake. An earthquake was going to hit, and we got told like this is going to hit, and so we went out in our deck. We went outside. We did our plan, and we have our go bags. We're in fire country too. So wherever you are, just make sure you're prepared.
Yeah. I like
no matter what,
Go bags ready. Mm-hmm.
Listen to authorities if they tell you to leave or if they tell you to whatever, just be prepared and don't try not to move into that worry or, fearful energy, and just got to live your life, just got to live your life.
Great advice. 100%. We can't live in fear of what our guy is going to do.
No.
And we can do the best we can and be prepared the best we can. So, all right.
We lived through a worldwide pandemic.
There you go.
We can do it. We can do it.
We got this.
Yeah.
Where are we? Earthquake. Okay. KD has a question. Do we think that E. Jean Carroll will actually get this money? I don't know. Actually, I'm not getting a clear answer on that. Maybe you are, Kim. I But the main thing here is she won.
Yeah. She's got such a good, because I keep seeing her team, and I feel like they're going to do absolutely everything they can to get that money. I feel like it's not just for her. It's like they get a part of it too. So it's like, I feel like her team is, I mean, they are good. And I feel like they can just run circles around anybody he has in his team anymore. So I feel like if they're going to, I feel like they're going to do everything they can to get that money. So I think there's a really good chance that she's going to see it. And so will they.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
It may take a little while, but I feel like they will get it, or they'll at least get a portion, or they'll really make efforts to do. I actually think they will, but it's going to take a little bit.
Yeah, because he's going to do everything in his power not to give it.
Mm-hmm.
And but they're going after it. You are absolutely right. They are going to go after it with everything they have.
Mm-hmm.
And they have the wherewithal to do it. It's going to be some trouble with it moving forward. It's not going to be easy. It's not like but at the end of the day, hopefully she gets it. It's not going to be easy though, but they are going after it with everything. Yeah. I think it's yeah, that should be interesting. See how that plays out. He has to post a bond though.
What's that?
He'll appeal it, but he has to post a bond even during the appeal process. So
and her that little attorney, she looks little next to her because I know she's tall, but her attorney, the one with the short hair, like she has such a like a fireball, feisty energy. I feel like she's and she's not afraid at all. She's so like determined and unafraid of this guy or any of his people I mean, she's just she really, really does have a great lead attorney, and the attorneys around her are excellent. So
yeah,
they're going to give it all they've got. I really think she will see a lot of it, because I think they just won't give up.
I do too.
They're going to take it.
Yep, I agree. I'm glad my hat is bringing joy. All right. Okay, here's a different energy here. What's going on with Hi Be Free? What's going on with Betsy DeVos and her brother, or Betsy DeVos?
DeVos. Yeah. She's the old like education.
Oh yes.
Woman.
Gosh.
And her brother is that jerky guy. I can't think of his name. You guys will in the chat. They'll know in the chat. His name is.
Is she in trouble for something, or is she under scrutiny, like, or under watch from?
Not that I know of, but she could be. I don't really I haven't heard a lot about her. I don't really
I don't
follow her in any way. Eric Prince, that's her.
Eric Prince.
What a awful family. Like, how did these families happen? It's like the Trump family. It's like they're the worst.
it looks like they're going to have to do some defending of this little family unit coming up. I feel like there's something that, they continue to have to try to they're going to find themselves defending themselves coming up. Mm-hmm.
I keep getting them as not in the United States, not part of the United States. I feel like they work for other countries, or they're in other countries all the time, or they work against America's interests or something like that. It's very much like they're not for America, and they're never here, and they don't care. They're always they feel like a Flynn, like that kind of energy. Like they're not working in our interests at all. For entertainment purposes only, but it does feel like, and it's very, mm-hmm. It feels very, like, I don't want to say dark, but it feels like the underbelly, like they're working. I don't want to say too much, but it feels like they're into things that may not be legal anywhere. I don't know how else to put it, but it feels like they're working in some really ugly lines of business.
Yeah, I can see that. And I feel it's part of a, like you called it, the underbelly, secret society, whatever. It's a network of something that mm-hmm. is moved in the dark, so to speak. For entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, for entertainment purposes only.
But they're going to find themselves having to defend themselves. So hopefully we'll see that. And there she is, Queen of Wands, but she's in reverse. So
okay,
yeah, that's not a good position to be.
Rob says that Prince has been. Oh yeah, he works in mercenary. He's had his hands in worldwide mercenary business bad. So that's exactly the feeling.
Okay.
Because it felt like I said, like Flynn. It feels like that, like.
Ugh.
Like working for the worst people around the world is what it feels like. I hate to say it like that, but that is what it feels like. It feels just negative. Yeah, the Wagner Group. Yeah, that kind of thing. It feels very much like that. Just doing like the ugliest stuff for the ugliest people around the world.
Yeah, I don't feel good.
For entertainment purposes only. I can't stress that enough.
This one. It's all about power and ruling the world at some level. I don't know. It's just
mm-hmm.
other
money. They're all, I think a lot of it is just,
All right, we are moving on here. All right, let's look at this. Patty Olson. Hi, Patty. And I'm sorry people are having trouble commenting on my channel. I don't know what that's about. Sorry, guys. All right, how are all the other prosecutors, Jack Smith, Fonnie Willis, Tish James, feeling about this payout? I like that energy. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I appreciate like going back and forth, like the really bad energies back to the kind of the good guys. It's like
100%. So glad you saged before we started.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what I'm hearing here is it always feels good when justice moves in the right direction. And for them to see this justice playing out in the right direction, I think it's a surge of hope that they're feeling. That's what
Yeah.
I'm
And
getting.
somebody just said, who is that? Was just saying, I think, Angie said, I think they're celebrating. That's exactly what I got with Tish James. I felt like she was thrilled for E. Jean Carroll, and I feel like she's kind of thinking there's a trend that's going to be happening here. And so I feel like it made her feel like they're gonna give us what we want to, that kind of feeling. Or the judge is gonna award what we want to. So I feel like she was particularly among those three, I feel like she was very, very happy about this, and like you said, celebrating, and it's celebratory.
Yeah.
That's what it felt exactly like. That felt like celebrating.
And Rob says, it shows the system can actually deliver justice. It gives us hope. Yes. And
It does. It absolutely does.
Yeah.
This has been a long, we've, been talking about this for so long, and keeping each other upright while we're waiting for these things to happen. We knew they were coming, though. Right? But still, to have them actually here, you're right. It's just, I think it's exactly just what we need to get the job, as Joe Biden would say, to get the job done. Let's just get the job done and get rid of this guy. We're halfway there. Let's get rid of him.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. We're all done.
Who run the world? Girls. Yes, Connie. I love that. Thank you, Rebecca.
Hillary has the last one. Yes, she does.
Yay, Hillary. Yeah.
Absolutely does.
All right. Let's see, where are we at?
And the way he's trying to blow up the border deal and all that stuff, I'm just like, he's just so awful, just so annoying in every possible way. And fighting with Putin, and it was just so ugly and so awful.
Yeah.
So sad.
Since we're on this topic, Nora's face. I love that name, Nora. I am concerned for Fani Willis. Will she stay on the case? I don't get a sense she has plans to go anywhere. It is it's a bit sticky right now. I understand there's stuff going on. There is a little bit of feeling victimized by things, but that's going to end. And I feel like she's staying on the case, guys. Here's the outcome.
Yeah, I feel like that too. And I think you said it exactly, because I was getting the same thing. It's going to be like, it almost feels like she's like fighting a one-woman battle in a way. It's like she's really defending herself, and it does feel like she's really going to have to fight, but she's very tenacious. She's very much a fighter, and she's very smart. And I just feel like she will get through this little, whatever this is, bump in the road. And I think you're right, Debbie. I think she's going to stay on the case. And I just think also, she's not the kind of person you want to make even matter. So I don't know what they're doing.
I wouldn't.
I don't know what they're doing. It's like she's very, very tenacious and very sharp.
Yes. It's very sharp. Very, very smart. Like, Yeah. So
Yeah, I do think she'll get through this. And like you said, I think she will. She's going to fight. I know she's a fighter. So she's going to fight. And I do think she'll stay on the case, like you said, Debbie.
Yep. And I like what Rob says. God bless Phony. May she be guided and protected.
Yes.
Exactly what I was thinking. Words right out of my mouth, Rob. All right. All right. Here's Sunny. Hello.
The Union speech.
How will Biden's State of the Union speech go? Will MTG behave?
She's so weak. She's so weak. Bargain basement Betty is what I called her.
Kim is saying that. Love and light.
Love and light, yeah. Bless her heart.
How is the state of when is the State of the Union? Do you know?
February, I think. February, this week in February, something like that.
All right. Is that like February 17th or the family will tell us. All right.
It's weird. I feel like
the family is on your side in regard to MTG.
Okay. She's so weird. I totally agree, Connie. She is so weird. It's weird. I feel like there's some kind of, I guess it could be the Tish James case, but I feel like it's right after a win of some kind. And I feel like the Republicans are really angry. Maybe they'll pass the border deal, but I feel like they're really, really angry. And the Democrats are really, really like pumped and like happy to be there. So that's the energies that will be balancing in that room, I think, is like because I feel like it's right after some upset for the Republicans and something really, really positive for the Democrats. So I feel like there's this, these different energies in the room, but I actually feel like it's going to be quite entertaining because I feel like whatever they give, the Democrats will give right back. It's going to be interesting. Actually, I think it's going to be very interesting
than what we've ever seen. I think.
Yeah, I think he's going to do well. I really do think he's going to do well. I think they're going to try to rattle him, and it's not going to work.
Yeah, he's got this.
And I keep going up to the balcony, so I feel like they might have. Oh, I wonder if they're going to have the January 6th, like police officers or something in the balcony.
Okay.
Something like that. But I feel like there's something in the balcony that's like, there's people that they invite there. You know how they do the special guests and it's something, it's important. It's going to be important. It's going to be good, like a cool thing. So I don't know what it is, but it kind of feels like maybe it has something to do with January 6th or something. So.
Okay. March 7th, it looks like. All right.
What is it? March. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So
you do have the energy of those of the MTGs. Here they are. They're like, oh, they're all stuck in their narratives. And like,
you're the problem.
But he's coming out. He's ready to get out there. Look at him, King of Wands. He's getting out there. He might be a little battle weary because whatever's happening at the time, but you're going to see an energetic, natural leader at the podium, bringing the star of hope and that faith piece with that. And I think we're going to be happy with what we see. Bringing unity and togetherness within his speech and just the overall energy. So that's what we're going to see, but we will see some of this ugliness playing out as well.
I just thought, I wonder if it's going to be I keep focusing on what's in the balcony, but I'm like, it's something important. And I feel like maybe it's something to do with Roe, like that woman that had all that issue with the thing. So maybe it's her.
Oh my gosh, I just got the chills.
I did too. So maybe it's her. Maybe they're going to focus kind of in on Roe v. Wade for that.
That would be
right.
Oh my gosh.
But I feel like it's really like impactful. Whoever it is and whatever it is, it's very impactful, and people are very
Kelly thinks
affected by it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be, because I'm looking at Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Kelly's saying, I think it's the Roe women. I think you're right. I think that might be what it is. Like, I got chills like when I said that.
Yeah, you have someone who that makes sense to these cards. Yeah, someone who's been hurt and recovering. Strength piece and the High Priestess. That's all about what you just. I'm just getting the chills all over with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That would be awesome. I hope you're. I'm going with it. I feel it.
And that is an event still that both sides tend to watch, even though they might watch it on Fox, they might watch it, but they do tend to still, tune in. That's why he got such a bump the last time, because people were like, oh, he's normal and he wants the stuff I want. And, so,
Oops. Yeah. Yes, Susan. The stats from Texas on the number of births from rape is staggering. It's it is. They put out this. Didn't they put Susan? Didn't they put these stats out yesterday or something? Yesterday or the day before, these stats came out, and it is staggering the amount of rapes and births are being.
Oh, that guy is just the worst. Abbott.
Yeah. I want to say. I mean, it was. Okay, so Melissa says 86,000. I was thinking like 60,000, and I'm just like, it's just so. Yeah, 65,000. That's what I thought. Felt like something 65, something like that. Staggering.
I'm sick. And
why aren't people focusing on that?
Right.
Right.
And and then Alabama had that awful. The awful death penalty thing that happened, that whole thing. And I just think, states themselves and the people that do things like that, the people in charge that have power and do things like that has their own karma. So all of this stuff will not go ignored by the universe, just so you know. It really won't. So yeah.
65,000 from the 14 states that ban abortion and restrict laws. And 26,000 in 18 months since it's been. But the fact is, these are women whose free will has been taken from them.
That's right.
By being assaulted. And that's the most egregious thing you can do to a human, is take their free will. Yet that's not even the focus here. The focus is this whole other, why isn't that being addressed? Where is it? Like, oh my gosh. I mean, in our lifetime, they took out the ability for a husband to rape his wife. In our lifetime, they had to address that. How's that even? You know what I mean? Like, crazy. Anyway.
I know. I say we get on this tangent, and I'm saying the rage will just it I will burn up my computer.
All right. Anyways, back to the win for women today.
Exactly. Yeah. We'll just do it a win at a time and we will get to the promised land. We will. We will. We will.
Okay. So let's do our little card for everyone. Our just giving a special message from our spirit team to us to hold on for the week and bless us as we go forward. Wisdom and love and light.
My glasses again, but I will do my best. So I picked from my deck, and that is that one, and it's personal power, like that.
Yes.
And it says, today, my prayer of intention is to recognize and access my personal power. May I use my personal power today in harmony with, in harmony with the divine.
She needs her glasses, you guys.
Well, it's also the writing is all swirly too. So
you made those cards.
I know I did.
Be kind to them. Everybody loves them. I love them. Here, hold it up to the screen. I'll read it. Today, my prayer of intention is to recognize and exercise my personal power. May I use my personal power today in harmony with each choice I make. Yes.
Yay.
We have a choice to respond in our personal power or not. Take the choice. I love it. Beautiful card. Love that one. It brought the heat on. That's such a beautiful. Okay, so here I used my angel card deck, and here is the Angel of Bliss, and she's coming in for us this week, and it's all about stepping into the magic of you and the magic around you. So kind of like the bliss is there. But we just have to open our eyes to it, be aware of it. So we have a choice of what we see and perceive around us. And we may feel like the world's falling apart around us, but we have a choice to look for some bliss. And this angel is here to help us do that.
It is so true. Perception is reality, right? What you perceive, that's your reality. I think that's such a great,
beautiful.
Great. I love that.
Love you guys, and blessings to all of you. And we are back in a couple weeks together, but you can find Kim on her channel. She'll be on Sunday afternoon for Spirit Talk, and which is a great show. Don't miss it. And then you have Thursday Night Live coming next week, so don't miss it there. And I have all my shows too, so don't miss my shows. Come watch. I do animal readings on Monday. I'm on the sofa tomorrow, spiritual talk right before Kim. So if you want a whole afternoon, come to the sofa, then go to Kim's. And then Mondays, animal readings. And then the rest of the week, all stuff. So check it out, and we'll see you there. Thank you, moderators. Blessings to you all, and thank you for your loving support, everyone. We love you. See you later. Bye. Wow, it didn't end. We're still here. I'm gonna hit it again. It's fun and spun, like it's supposed to.